Hi, I'm Barbara McRae, and welcome to Littleton Common. I hope you all are enjoying your summer and all that park and rec had to offer, like the 4th of July picnic at the park, an outdoor movie at the lake, and of course, the Rotary's Triathlon. And don't forget, there is always a walk on the paths of Prouty Woods. And I also hope you didn't throw your July and August senior newsletter away, because there won't be another until September, and we don't want you to miss out on anything. But some of those things will be announced on this show, because joining me will be Pamela Campbell telling us all about Littleton's Rolling and Strolling Days, which are sponsored by the Littleton Historical Commission, Kurt Lanciani, and how to make a Littleton Community Boosters basket for the auction and how you can contribute to the boosters, and our usual announcements from Gail Dalton and Lynn Lyford. Kurt's here, so let's check on him first. So Kurt, what is this all about? Tell us about it.
Well, this all is a part of this year's Littleton Community Boosters auction. And one of the committee came up with an idea of seeing if we could get neighborhoods to make contributions to the auction by building baskets. Now, we're not trying to tell people what to build for baskets. We're just saying, build a basket and bring it to the auction, or let us know ahead of time and we will come and pick it up. So to sort of give you a clue as to what we're looking for.
Well, what I'm looking at, and I'm remembering that you said too, is that if they have a basket and it's going to be auctioned off, it would be nice to have it look really good.
Correct.
And so right now I can see that there's a little bit of the Easter grass in here.
Oh, there we go.
Yes, in fact, this smells good.
Yeah.
I think that smells like delicious. But so if in fact they like put something in the bottom
Yep.
just to make it look very nice,
Yep.
and then start putting in all the little goodies that for their project. For instance, this one here I can see is a gardening thing, right?
Yes.
But there are other ideas out there.
There are a multitude of ideas, and you just got to use a little bit of your imagination for them. Another one that I thought of that I'm having someone in my neighborhood do is books for children.
Good.
And kids love books, and it's a great thing, and if the parents really get involved, they can get a very good deal on buying some things, buying a basket that is full of children's books. And
Now, are these going to be auctioned off? Are they going to be silent auction? Did we talk about that at our meeting?
more than likely, there'll be silent auction, and they'll be spread around. We're having the auction on September 26th at the middle school, and this year we're hoping to have it in the cafeteria, if that's at all possible, rather than in the gymnasium. So we will have them there. They'll be on display starting in late afternoon, so people will have 2 or 3 hours to go in, view all of the things that are going to be in the silent auction, and then also have a chance to look at the things that are going to be in the live auction, so that you'll have ample time to see what's there and sort of make your choices as to what you're going to bid on.
Yeah, good. Yeah, because if all these baskets are out there, there might just be something that you're interested in, or maybe you want to give it as a gift to someone else.
Absolutely.
And so you can make a, so, you know, if you have a group in your neighborhood that could get together, get a basket, and we're not saying any particular size.
Nope.
No, just a basket, any size you want, and have your neighbors, you know, either maybe you could collect money for it and go buy all the stuff, or they can donate a piece of it. For instance, like if you wanted a food basket, maybe as long as it's brand new, cans of food, not something that's been in their closet, their pantry forever, then they could fill a basket, and we could use it at the auction, because we're trying to raise money for the schools and the Council on Aging. So it's going to a good cause, but we really want you to come and have a good time. That's the other thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because we're trying to make it a town affair. There's so many other things that go on in Littleton, but why not have another one? That's a fun thing to do, right?
Absolutely.
And so let's kind of see what we've got for this basket.
Okay.
And maybe we can kind of show people what to do. First of all, I see that we have some twine, which you always need in gardening.
Always need twine.
So we'll stick that in there.
Okay, then I'm going to say if we need some twine, we got to have a hoe.
Oh, of course.
And so that you can get close to your work, we have a short-handled hoe, so that you can get right down there in with your plants. So I'll stick the hoe in right there.
Good. I see that here is some, let's see, Center Shade wildflowers. Cool. Yeah, a nice big container full. So let's stick that in there too.
Okay, now I guess before we get into too many tools, we better make sure that you ladies have something to keep your hands looking lovely. So let's put in this pair of women's gardening gloves so that you can have them so that you won't get any blisters.
Yeah, or dirt under your nails, let's put it that way. I was kind of being Barbara Jane, and I was color coding mine when I got them.
Oh, wow.
I can't help it. I can't help it. So here's another pair of garden gloves that are orange, and here are some clippers that we can stick in here with an orange handle. And with that, orange, and then the claw we have here. So we'll stick these in here too. Orange. All right.
And so that we don't get mixed up with the colors, and Barbara has brought the orange for the women, I have a few things for the guys. So I have claw and a little spade, and I guess that's it.
Good enough.
So this will keep everybody happy, and the kids too.
Yeah.
So we can put those right in there.
Well, color coding again. I found this little orange bag, and I thought maybe what we could do is fill it with seeds.
Excellent. Excellent.
So now we've got a little bag of seeds, we have little tools, and I'll stick that in there. This is growing.
Now, garden marker. Everybody's going to have this. But when you take this out into the garden area, make sure you keep it where you can keep your eyes on it, because maybe little fingers would like to do a little bit of marking of their own. But this is nice and handy to have.
Yep. That will mark where your little flowers are and take care of that. And then look at this, it's plant food packs. Yeah, that's good to have.
Absolutely.
If you're going to plant these flowers, you better have some plant food. So we'll stick that in there.
Well, I have something that's just a little bit different, but it might take a little bit of the ache and pain out of doing your gardening. And I've brought along a stool, but it's rather unique in as much as it's made so that you can kneel on it, and it has a nice cushion to it, or you can, if you would like, you can open it up, and this is for the lazy gardener. You can sit.
Excellent.
And it works very neat, and I think it's something that you would enjoy, and maybe Dad could sit here while Mom uses that, or the kids could sit here while Dad's using that. But it is something that you can use, and it will save on your knees.
Yep. That's excellent. Well, this basket is getting really pretty good, I think.
Yep, sure is.
And here's a little fun thing. Have you seen these before?
Haven't seen one of those before.
There's actually two of them here. And what you do is you put them on your hands and you scoop up the leaves.
Oh, okay.
You know how you sometimes grab?
Yeah.
So this way you can get a good amount of leaves.
Whole bunch?
Yep.
Absolutely.
We're going to stick that in there too.
Excellent.
Actually, I'll put it on the outside for now. All right.
After we plant, we've got to water. And the only way you can really water is with a hose. And here is a hose for you. So this could go with the basket.
Yeah.
Now, when you do the basket, you may have something like this, or you may have something like the stool, and everything won't fit in the basket. But if you're just a little creative, you can still make a nice looking package out of the whole thing.
Right.
And it'll be very worthwhile to someone.
Right. Okay, so we've gotten the super hose and all the other tools, but if we're out there, better be careful. We've got Afterbite.
Oh, okay.
And this is supposed to be instant relief for mosquitoes and black flies and fleas and ticks and chiggers and the whole works. So I think we're going to throw that in there too.
This has been a very tough year for ticks.
Yeah.
So something like that is good to have around.
So we have one more thing that we can top it off with.
But because this is your idea, you tell us what it is.
Okay, it's a rock.
A rock.
It's a rock, and it says My Garden on it. So after you've planted everything, whether it be mom, dad, or the children, you can put this near it, and it says My Garden. So now here it is. Here's your garden. Here's everything to go with it. Here's the rock that says My Garden, and then you're finished. And we'll wrap it up. We're going to make it really pretty. We're going to put it on the table for the auction, and hopefully we'll get something for it, I hope, after this.
And remember, folks, if you do this as a neighborhood project, like just the two of us have just done, oops, Barbara brought gloves, Kurt brought gloves. Barbara brought some tools, and Kurt brought some tools. Don't worry about the duplicates, because it's the thought that's there, and they'll all get used. The important thing is that you make it a neighborhood project, if at all possible, because the more people that get involved, the more fun you're going to have making your LCB basket for the auction, which is going to be September 26th.
Make sure you come, and make sure that you look for something that you really would want. But bring friends and come. Don't forget to keep the date of September 26th on your calendar and join us by making this a very special annual event. Now, we told you last month that Henry Harvey retired as treasurer of the Friends of the Council on Aging, and that we were looking for a brave volunteer to take on the job. Well, we are happy to announce that we have two brave souls. Millie Curtin and Tony Jasinski will co-chair that position. Thank you to both of you. And Henry, we expect to see you at all of our meetings as usual. You might have seen some activity around the courtyard lately. Bill Cole had a great idea on how to bring the seniors directly into the diner from the courtyard area. There are times when an activity is going on in the great room, and Gail has to leave the large folding doors open to the diner so the seniors can come through to the diner to have lunch. Now, sometimes it causes an interruption for the great room activity and also noise to the diner. So a small window has been cut for a door, and now everyone will be happy. We can walk right into the diner, leaving the large doors closed, so we will not hear the exercise, Red Cross, or speakers, and they will not hear us or have us walking through their group meetings. And by the way, this is going to be paid for by the Friends of the Council on Aging. And speaking of the diner, hi Gail, you had a great cookout in July, and you had a very large crowd. How'd it go?
Yeah, Barbara, we had about 45 to maybe 50 people, so on a nice, hot, muggy day. So it was fun. Everybody had a good time. Everybody had a good time. So for the month of August for the diner, let's see, the Minuteman Senior free birthday lunch is going to be on the 12th, Wednesday the 12th. So make sure you call here to sign up and let me know it's your birthday, so I make sure you guys, Minuteman pays for your lunch. And then the ladies' breakfast is the following Thursday, the 13th, so make sure everyone comes for that. The men do a great job for the ladies. And the men's breakfast will be the 19th, the Wednesday the 19th. So also, gentlemen, make your way down. And, you know, last time I heard they had like 27 men here, and 1 month they had like 32. So the numbers are picking up, and the guys really like it when they have a big crowd. And my special luncheon that I'll be doing is going to be on the 21st, which I'll have another basket to give away. And June's month winner was our lovely Charlotte Starr, who comes here often for lunch, so she was thrilled that she won. And I heard rumors that there's might be another cookout in August.
This month, another barbecue at the diner, this time with Representative Jim Arciero and Senator Eldridge. They would like to have some time with you and thought by sponsoring this cookout, they might get a chance to meet and greet most of you. So try to come out for this. The date is August 20th, and that's at noon. But please let us know how many of you will be there. We want you to have enough food, so call the COA office at 952-2362 to sign up. We'll be there, right, Gail?
Of course we will. Hopefully it won't be 100 degrees.
Hope the courtyard will look good for our August barbecue, too.
I hope it does, too.
And thanks, Gail. Did you take in the tall ships with the Council on Aging? I heard that it was really great. The next trip is to the Providence Water Fires on August 22nd. It will be during the afternoon and evening, $56 per person. You'll have an early dinner and see the water fires in a gondola, so don't miss it. September 23rd, we are taking the 2-hour Cape Cod train ride. You'll visit Cape Cod Potato Chip Factory and have lunch at the Country Buffet, and then shop at the Christmas tree shop. And who doesn't want to do that one time or 20,000 times? Who cares? The cost for this is $58 per person, so sign up early by calling 952-2362. The Explorers Club is staying in this month. We are having a movie and pizza day at the Council on Aging, room 230. The air conditioner should be working and the movie should be fun. Barbara Cam will be showing one or two of her quilts at this time. So don't stay home alone. Come in and have salad, pizza, and dessert with us. It's August 27th, 10 o'clock in the morning until 2. We're going to have to charge you $5, but there's going to be a lot of food, I hope. And don't forget that Barbara Cam is our guest speaker. The quilts that she's showing, in fact, one is called A Trip to London, and the other one is Memories of the 1940s. Call Barbara at 486-4360 for more information, and please sign up. Every month, Evan Thea has told us about so many great musical programs at Indian Hill. August is slow, so she'll be back with us in September when all the excitement begins again. Tina Mader's Living Alone support group, will not be meeting this month, but please join Tina on September 17th when she will welcome you back. If you have any questions, call Tina at 486-0183. There will be a blood pressure clinic on August 11th from 11 to noon at the Senior Diner, and then again from 9 to 10 a.m. on August 27th at Pine Tree Park. So put that information on your calendar. The podiatry clinic will be on August 4th at 8:30 in the morning in room 230 at the Council on Aging. The cost for this is $25, but you must call for an appointment, so call 952-2362. Again, please call that number to let them know that you're coming. And don't forget. A class is being offered by the Life Care Center of Neshoba. It's called A Matter of Balance. I believe we announced it last month, but we're telling you again, because trainers will help you improve balance and prevent falling. And often we can find that we lose our balance as we get older. It can happen because of medication or eye problems, or maybe just plain age. Sorry about that, but it does. Call the Council on Aging office for the time and place. And again, the same number, keep that handy, 952-2362. Keeping your balance is important when you're walking Prouty Woods paths. So let's hear what Lynn Lyford has to share with us this month. Hi, Lynn.
Thank you, Barbara. August is an active time for New England Forestry. We have several events planned this month, and I'm going to tell you about them. First is August 2nd. We have a walk in Manchester, Vermont at the Isham Forest, and it will feature Rick Ledoux, who will talk about discovering the forest floor. Following that, on August 15th at 10 a.m. in Boxford, Mass, at the Mary Herrick Forest, Ingeborg Hegeman will have a program on wetlands. What is a wetland? How it functions, and its importance to the surrounding forest landscape. Then on August 29th, in Morristown, Vermont, at the Maori Memorial Forest, two naturalists will lead a program on beaver lodges, beaver life, and an exploration of the surrounding wetlands. Details about these events are on the New England Forestry website at www.newenglandforestry.org. Also, let me give you a heads up. Coming up in October, we're going to have a special program with Dr. Everett Shivrian, and he has written a book about sustaining life and how human health depends on biodiversity. Stay tuned. We hope to see you in the woods. Enjoy the summer.
Thanks. We'll see you soon. On to rolling and strolling. I'm sure you're wondering what that is all about. So why don't we ask Pamela Campbell to give us a hint? Pamela?
Hi, I'm Bob Spinozzi filling in for Pam. The Littleton Historical Commission is happy to have been selected by Freedom's Way as the rolling and strolling town for 2009. Next month, they will begin selling an illustrated booklet with a walking, bicycling, and driving tours past historic sites in Littleton. September 28th starts Littleton Days with activities with a historic focus, such as guided tours of historic conservation land. On October 3rd, there will be a big celebration at Fay Park with guided tours past historic homes in the brochure and historic displays and exhibits. So join us for more details about this town event next month.
Sounds good to me. And guess what? The Senior Diner will be open on that date for coffee and donuts. We will also be selling the Littleton blankets, so stop by and say hi. And another reminder that St. Anne's Golf Tournament is on Friday, September 18th. This year, the 2009 recipient is going to be Household Goods Recycling of Massachusetts, serving the surrounding area. The tournament will be at the Westminster Golf Club, and there will be a dinner for the golfers, parishioners, and guests. If you have any questions, please call Karen Smith at 952-6944. The thrift shop will be getting ready for its annual bag sale soon. I know you all have been waiting for that. I can't believe how fast the time is flying. I thought we just put the summer things out. The way the weather has been, who knows? We may need summer clothes into November. Mark has been teasing me because I stress about the weather on each show. Well, I can't help it. It's been very strange this year. Anyway, come in and buy your summer things now because we will be working on our winter wardrobe sooner than you think. I have to say that we will be showing some very handsome outfits this year, and I think we need another fashion show. What about October? Maybe. Our models enjoyed doing the last one so much, they want to host another. So watch for a date when we can get it all together, and don't miss it. Please notice the glass case near the thrift shop entrance because these are handcrafted items that have been donated to us so we can make money for our clients who need fuel assistance. When you are looking for a gift, check out this counter and feel you are also helping someone in need. I hope you enjoyed our visit with Hazel Plummer last month. Wasn't she cute? But please stay tuned today for Phil St. Germain, a very talented Littleton craftsman. In the meantime, don't forget to hug a senior. Recently, I went to a party, and someone there was given a gift of a wooden bowl. Now, I have told you before that there are an awful lot of talented people in Littleton, and this goes to prove it. Now, I want you to meet the person who made this bowl, and that is Phil St. Germain.
Hello.
And Phil,
Yes.
this is beautiful.
Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful. I love the feeling, I love the look. And this particular wood was taken from a Littleton tree?
That was taken from a tree that came down on Goldsmith Road when they were doing the highway maintenance for the power lines.
Aha, yeah. We were talking about the fact that the storm maybe helped you a little bit, the winter storm that we had.
It didn't hurt.
Yeah.
So I gained a few bowl blanks.
So tell me, how long have you lived in Littleton?
Been in Littleton 7 years.
7 years?
Yep.
And how long have you been making bowls?
About 10 years. So
You just decided one day that it looked like a thing to do?
my wife is the artist in the family, and she's a potter.
Uh-huh.
And I've always done furniture, and she thought it would be good if I had a lathe. So it's her fault. So
She was going to keep you busy while
She was going to
doing
keep
her
me busy, yep. And
Yeah.
I got a lathe, and that's all the rest of the equipment now collects dust.
Well, you got a lathe, but you also now have a nice little shed to put
Yep.
your things in. She brought you out of the house into the shed, right?
It's not the cleanest activity. You make a lot of dust.
You do.
Yeah.
And a lot of noise?
I don't hear it.
Well, I certainly would like to see how
Sure.
something like this is made, because I can't believe that this actually was from a tree, and it's so smooth and it's so beautiful.
Yep.
And, you know, great shape and everything. So why don't we kind of give
Sure.
everyone a look?
Most people think that the trees are round, somewhat. People think you just cut it in half and you start round, but you don't. If you come over here to the bench, you start with the log and you slice it down the middle,
Uh-huh.
because that gives you a stronger bowl. Then you take it to the bandsaw, and that's where you get round. And that's a bowl blank. So it would actually match this way.
Uh-huh.
So that you'll see the growth rings match here. That way you get a bigger bowl out of a tree. If you do it this way, you get a natural edge, which is the bark.
Okay.
So, and then from here, you mount it on the lathe like this. You use a variety of different cutting tools.
Let's see what. You have to have a good grip and a good hand for this, because they're not particularly light.
They're not light, but you don't want to. Finesse is going to get you a much better cut than forcing the tool. And the bigger tools just dampen the vibration. But they come in all different sizes and
But
for all different
first,
cuts.
how long do you have to wait to use a tree to make a bowl? I mean, do you have to dry it out? Do you have to wet
I
it?
turn all green wood. It all starts green. If it weren't for the bad weather today, we could go outside and cut a log that was taken down last week.
Mm-hmm.
So you're turning it as fresh as you can. I've had logs delivered in the morning, and I've had rough bowls in the afternoon. The green wood is softer, it's easier to cut,
Uh-huh.
and it's easier on the body, it's easier on the machine, and it's more fun. You make a bigger mess. Once you rough turn it, let me just grab a bowl right here. This is what's called rough turn, and you'll see that the finish is not nearly as smooth, nor is it round.
Mm-hmm.
So when you cut it, you leave it extra thick. I soak it in denatured alcohol for a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
That helps the water leave the bowl. Then dry it for about 4 to 6 weeks, and then I return it, making it round and bringing it to that stage.
Mm-hmm.
So start to finish, a bowl takes 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay. That the actual cutting like this, Does that take you very long?
On a good day, it's about 15 minutes.
Really?
On a bad day, it's firewood.
Oh, okay.
So, and the bad,
Nice fancy firewood.
Yes, I have a beautiful collection of firewood. some of the most exotic woods in the world.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are the days you go back in and watch TV.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I want to see how this.
sure.
I'm really excited about it, and like I said, I was so impressed with what you do. I just felt like we had to share it, so we have to share the whole thing. Show us a little bit of how you do this.
Sure, it's a whole lot of fun. I'm going to recommend you move back a bit.
Okay.
When turning, there are a couple ways to put it onto the lathe, and this is a faceplate that the blank is screwed onto that holds it very secure. Tailstock comes up from the back, so the blank shouldn't go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
When you're roughing, and I'll show you in a minute, you're cutting more air than you are wood. So it gets a little loud, the chips go all over the place, and right now they're going to be headed mostly towards the camera. That's just the angle. Again, I don't think this is very loud, you may think it is. But as you can see through the blank here. It's like a strobe. That means you're cutting mostly air. So it's going to be a little choppy to start.
Can I see which tool you were using?
Yep. Hold on 1 second here. So I'm using a variety of different bowl gouges, and what that is, it's a, as you had mentioned earlier, it's a heavy tool with a deep flute
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
that has a large cutting area. Again, they come in all different sizes, but when roughing, and you can see half the time I'm not cutting wood.
Uh-huh.
You need a heavier tool or else it's just going to bounce all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
So-
I can imagine.
This is a very similar tool, but you can see it's much smaller.
Mm-hmm.
To use this roughing on something this size, this would just bounce all over the place, and it's
Okay.
going to take a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So
But I'm noticing you only have 3 there. That's all that you need?
it's all I need to turn the bowl. Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of people, when they get into turning, buy lots of tools. Then they realize that you don't need that many. I have 3 here because I don't like to sharpen. This one I'll only get another minute or 2 before I have to sharpen it.
Oh, okay.
So then I just reach down and grab another very similar tool so I can keep going. Then I sharpen all 3 at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all you really need to do.
Okay.
I do have a collection of unused tools downstairs that I thought I needed and the latest and greatest, but
You know, I think we do that with anything. In fact,
Yep.
even with a washing machine, a sewing machine,
Yep.
or paint brushes for painting portraits or pictures or whatever, you always buy too many things.
yep.
And that's why when my husband took me to buy a sewing machine, it was, let's get everything on there. No. Forward, backwards, buttonhole. So I can see what you're saying
Yep.
here, too. All right. That's,
So you want me to just turn this one around, and then I can show you what we do on a
Absolutely.
finished bowl.
yep.
one's ready to start the inside.
So you've turned the bowl around,
So I've changed holding tools also.
and this, a bar right here. I
This
was
is your-
looking at it, and this is your rest?
This is your tool rest.
You know, I was looking at it, I thought that it might be sharp and that it was doing something to this, but I noticed that you were using it just to
Yep.
rest your wrist on.
Yep. You'll see on metal lathes, the cutters will look similar to this. But on a wood lathe, you're the one controlling the tool.
Okay, yeah, that's, I kept thinking it was maybe sharp, but,
Nope, you need something good and solid to hold your tool. Yep, this is called a faceplate, and that's your first mounting. Then when you turn it, you'll see I left a tenon here that goes into the chuck, which allows you to hold the bowl for
Okay.
turning.
okay.
And it's on pretty straight.
You don't have a lot of tools to work with, and that's really good. I mean, if you're going to take this up as a hobby, it's nice to have this new shed, but I noticed that there aren't a lot of tools.
The tools that I use most, it starts with a chainsaw,
Okay,
then it goes to
Okay.
the bandsaw,
all right.
then the lathe, and the grinder.
Uh-huh,
You probably noticed I switched tools in the middle.
yes,
It's because this one's already dull. It needs to be resharpened.
okay.
So you only get a couple of minutes of
wonder-
cutting time per tool.
Uh-huh,
That's why I keep the 3 right here. It's just convenient as opposed to stopping, going to the grinder, coming back.
but it is these are the tools that you use for the whole thing,
Yep,
so you don't have a lot of tools. That's really good.
yep. And then I also make a lot of pens, and the only tool I use there is this one.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we'd like to see, I saw some of your pens, and we need to show everyone what you do because they were gorgeous.
They're fun.
Not even, I mean, the bowls are really gorgeous, and the pens are really, really gorgeous.
We can take a look at that. Let me just show you how to hollow these out, and then
Okay.
we'll let you have a turn.
Oh dear. Oh boy, now I'm scared.
It's only wood. It grows on trees. That one's all set for the drying process. So
Look at the grain in that, how interesting. See a starfish.
yeah, that one came up pretty good. It's nice and centered, so you get the convergence from all sides.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it has some pretty good pattern in there. Can you see that? Doesn't that look like a starfish to you?
Yeah.
The way it's going? Excellent.
And that one's pretty dry, so I'll
Yeah, it
just let
feels
that
dry.
sit for a couple of weeks, and then I'll return it.
Uh-huh.
Too bad it's not wet, because birch smells really nice when it's wet. It smells almost like sassafras tea.
Uh-huh.
So
So you do, I love the smell of wood anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably get a lot of different nice perfumes from the...
Yep. Cherry and ash are probably the nicest, and then elm is probably the worst. So you always have to date the bottom of them.
so that you know how many
so
weeks and days. And,
Yep.
Uh-huh.
So, and then over here, we've got on the other lathe, this is a smaller bowl. This is a piece of walnut I did early in the spring. So when we turn this machine on, you'll see that this is not round. And it's by as much as 3/8 of an inch that it's off.
Yes.
So that's why you leave it extra thick. Then when you return it, you can take off the out of balancedness and turn a nice smooth bowl.
Mm-hmm.
This one, because it's dry and also because it's walnut, it's very hard and takes significantly longer to turn.
Okay.
So you have all your fun with the green wood in the early part of the season. Then the late part of the season, when you're turning the finished bowls, that's when the work starts.
Do you know how many bowls you make, like, in a month?
I've got about 70 downstairs right now that are in various stages of drying. I try to do 100 a year.
100 a year.
You can, if you're having a good day, you can rough turn 10 to 15 bowls. So,
And then you do show them, don't you?
yep, I do local shows. Ladies of Kaliva has always been very good to me. The Holiday Bazaar is also very good, and I do Groton Fest. 3 local shows that I enjoy, and then I sell through my website and then just through other contacts. This is where I got my start, actually, was making pens.
Oh, yes, I want to see those because they are lovely.
And this is a variety of the pens that I make. You'll notice these are the Littleton High School colors. So if anybody wants to buy these, the money goes directly to the Littleton lacrosse team.
That's
'Cause
great.
I'm the assistant coach there, and this helps
it.
support
Can I
the
take
team.
one out?
Sure can.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? School colors.
Yep.
Love it.
This is for you.
Oh my gosh. I thought you were going to talk about little teeny piece.
I can get you a little teeny one.
No, maybe I need the bigger one just in case.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and give it a try.
All right.
So again, we just start with a blank. I'm putting the faceplate on so that it'll be on the blade nice and secure.
I think I'll put my glasses on so that
Yes.
any wood chips.
You will get wood chips on you, that I promise.
Okay.
You always make sure everything's secure. You always make sure that the blank spins freely. 'Cause
Okay.
you don't want to find out when you turn it on that it's going to hit something.
Okay.
And then,
The only thing,
actually, it's not too bad. So now we'll make a mess. So I've got it closed around. I switched tools, with a little bit smaller one. It's also sharper. As you can see, these two are dull and just of no use now.
okay.
So it's a very rough cut right now. So I'm going to pull this back just a little, give you a little bit more area of confidence. So the heel of the hand is what's controlling everything.
And just
and you're
pulling
pulling
with
it
my
along.
fingers.
There's two lines here.
Yep.
Try to keep the heel of the hand behind the first one.
I will.
If you hang it over, you can get pulled down. The lathe should stop, but it will hurt first. So keep it on the angled piece. You're gripping it this way, and again, you're just cutting with that front tip right there, just nice and light, just kind of drag it along,
Okay.
and just take a light cut. You want the other hand holding the end of the tool down on your hip, and you're just kind of moving, you're shifting your weight and bringing that along.
Okay.
It's kind of a little dance.
Okay.
And I'm right here. I won't let you do anything wrong.
Okay,
So-
wait a minute now. We'll get this right.
So,
I've got it on here.
okay, so
And
The-
is it angled
the
correctly?
first thing you want to do is we want to make sure that we're pointing the bevel, or why am I spacing
Channel
on-
there.
Yeah, pointing that where you want to go, which is about there.
Okay.
And you want to bring the heel back this back here, and you just, again, you're taking small cuts going this way. Now, you never have the tool touching the wood when the machine's not running,
Okay.
because it'll tend to grab.
Right.
You always make sure that the tool is sitting on the rest, because if it's up in the air, put that heel down. If it's up in the air and it catches the wood, it's going to slam down onto the rest,
Okay.
and it'll just make you jump.
Okay.
So that's the way you want to do it.
So I just want the tip
Yep.
about, not yet, but I want it when
I'll
it
just spin it
starts.
by hand. Now bring the tool forward. So turn it up a little bit, turn it clockwise. Now go ahead and bring it into the wood, and you can cut. Okay, go back to the beam. We're going to start again. So I want you to lower this one down just a bit. There you go. Okay, now go ahead and cut. And that's about what you want to do.
Of course, I'm moving my whole hand.
That's okay. So I want you to keep it right about there. Now let's try one more time. There we go. See the cut you're making? You bring the shavings off. So you're a little jumpy, so just bring it nice and smooth across.
Okay.
One more time.
Is that the right angle?
Right about there. You might want to turn it a little bit more clockwise. There we go. See the cut? See how you're cutting now? There you go.
I guess I'm moving away too much.
So we'll
Okay.
turn it on now.
All right. I'm away from it.
Okay. And here we go. Now just nice and gentle under the wood.
Is this a good spot?
That's a good spot.
I think I'm making grooves.
That's okay. We need to make it round first.
That's okay?
Yep, so go ahead and try it again. Nice and gentle.
Oops. Ah, I
That's
keep,
okay. You just, again, you've got a lot more, you're still cutting air. So you just want to,
oh, I see.
there you go. And then just keep going to the back. And what you're doing is you're refining the shape now. So it doesn't matter if you have a clean cut.
I'm making jewelry here. Something's getting warm. Maybe
Yep.
that. I'm feeling like I'm making, is that the right angle again?
Bring it a little bit towards you. Okay, good.
Yeah. I am having trouble with this angle.
Good. So that was a catch. So what do you think? You're gonna be running out to get yourself a little
No,
lathe?
I don't think so. I don't think my husband has to worry about me coming home and wanting more tools. But not because it's not a fun thing. It's just that, yeah, I'll let you do that. I'll let you do that.
It's a whole lot of fun.
Okay. Well, we've seen how to make bowls, and we've seen your pens.
Mm-hmm.
And do you make like goblets and other
I
things?
make a variety of things. Behind you there's a small vase that I made out of cherry. And then next to that's a wand, being the Halloween season.
Oh, let me see this.
That one's not quite done yet. The kids like those. Harry Potter and all.
Ta-da!
Exactly.
End
Peppermills.
the show with this.
Peppermills have always been great. And so anything out of wood that's round, I will try to make. It's just a whole lot of fun.
So, how is business?
The season's coming up, the crafts fairs and such. That really kicks off in September. So all this work is in preparation for that.
Good. Well, see this?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this is in preparation as a donation to the boosters for the auction.
Then I better get busy.
Okay, I'll take a look at that. At least I
you go.
had a little teeny piece of that.
You can say you helped make the bowl when you're presenting it for the boosters. There you
Okay.
go.
I really I appreciate your time.
Well, thank you for coming out.
It was really great. I've learned a lot. Thank you for letting me try it.
You're more than welcome.
I hope that everybody gets to see all of the great work that Phil does. And I hope you enjoyed the show. I know I enjoyed doing it. And until next time, we'll see you with our next surprise guest.